You guys seem to enjoy the video last time so much, I figure I might as well come back for another episode, especially because I've been playing this game off camera, a lot. I haven't actually gotten further, I've just unlocked some parts. So every time you kill a boss, you get a blueprint, I think. So I managed to get the quad legs from last time, I managed to get one of the boss torsos, a laser sword, and a burst fire rifle. And some other chips. I know usually it's kind of one of those where I want to show everything with this series, but like, let me tell you, the beginning of this game is kind of rough. Until you've gotten a certain degree of chips, you are in, I don't want to say like dire straits, but the game very much like is not completable. That like mecha hell that we were in earlier was, I have not managed to get past that. At this point, I can actually do some damage there. One thing I've run into, actually, that's like a serious issue with how this game is designed, is ricochet shots can hit you. And they're weirdly good at it, so I keep shooting myself and dying, which is very funny, but also super frustrating because, you know, I kind of want to see the, you know, I want to get further, play more. And, yeah, when you shoot yourself for 9,999 damage, that makes it kind of tough. Let's see. What else have I done? I don't know. I've just been kind of messing around with sort of builds. I guess we might as well take a very quick look at what I have equipped. So Labor Repair heals my character, Arms Repair heals my mech, Regeneration heals my character at the end of a combo. This is kind of so-so. Rapid Charge just makes things, well, recharge. I'm curious about why it has that one next to it. I wonder if I can actually get extras that I just sell off, probably. This makes moving cheaper. Cooling, which I absolutely want to pick more of. Heat, like, overheating weapons is a giant pain in the butt. Let's see, more energy, regen, recharges enemy when you get hit. Damage resistance, burn resistance, which I want to mess around with. Yeah, we want to grab as much resistance as we can just to reduce damage taken, because the later levels are extremely punishing. Speed walking for moving around. Enhanced beam blade. So I currently use a beam blade and a beam gun, and so I want to stack as much of those as possible. I really want to get wide attack and like just max this one out because I want to see if I can hit more things. Let's see, what else do we have? Samadari Slash, that just gets like mirror blades that come out. Extra damage on beam shots, further like longer range on bullets. Ooh, that's actually, we might want to try and save some of those chips. Faster bullets. I want to max this out just because the enemies, especially the later mechs, are extremely dodgy and it's kind of a problem. Same thing with enhanced homing. Layered grid is huge. Reduces damage taken the more apps you have installed. That has like a super noticeable effect. And then we also have some like extra drop rate and money drop rate and rice ball. Increases the amount of max HP gained from eating rice balls. So we're going to try and stack those. Even though I'm going to be spending most of my time in my mech, I want to have my character be as beefy as possible. Translucent. I don't think I've actually used that one before. Mainly because there are times where it's actually worth hopping out. And also the character is pretty strong on their own once you've gotten sufficient gear for it. So like at this point I've got a minigun that actually does not as much damage as the mech, but it's far more accurate, which is extremely helpful. I've noticed the mech targeting is kind of rough because it's aiming down low. There's a upgrade later on that, or there's an upgrade, there's a number of chips that you can get that specifically make it, let's see, make it so your bullets home a little bit. I think that's going to be extremely helpful. Because yeah, as it stands, when I'm trying to shoot, especially the little guys, my mech will just shoot the ground. He's pretty good at shooting, like, mechs, as long as they're not, like, moving too much. Let's see. But yeah, see, these guys were just kind of plunking the ground instead of them. It's an issue. Because I think it's targeting where they're touching the ground, and that's not great. As some people were pointing out for my like first run of this, is like, oh, this indicates it's a shop. Maybe you just need to go in on foot. No, you can go in these shops in your mech. You just actually, you just can't do it during the tutorial mission, the very first run. So what do we want to grab? Obviously, solid resistance, beam resistance is good. I'm going to grab new things I haven't seen before. Reduces the effect of body color on defense value. What does that mean? Body color? DPS checker? I'm just grabbing a couple of... I want to have at least one of every chip. Okay, let's grab burn resistance. Damage over take... Oh, that's incredibly good. Damage over time... dot damage taken. That's funny. Dot damage. Damage over time damage. I mean, I guess it works. When overheating. If I can max that out, that's actually going to be huge. Let's see. Do we grab anything else? I don't know. I want to save as many of these chips as I can, even if I can't actually permanently equip all of them. I want to grab kind of a lot. Okay, we got a book, axe-type weapon. So, yeah, these little walker legs are extremely nice, but they were expensive. Hard to save. So what am I... The one other nice thing is I've got a chip that lets me split mechs apart, so if I don't actually manage to disassemble them by attacking, I can actually pop them, you know, pop a top off, pop the arms off whenever I want. Let's see, what was the other thing I was going to say? I'm not going to be picking up too many weapons. I'm a little bit set in my ways. If I'm near a garage, I will absolutely save one of these, but I don't want to lose my current loadout because they're extremely good, and it would be a shame to squander them. Show me your true power. I really want to get this guy's torso. Because whatever those, like, arm shoulder things... It seems like it would be extremely good. Okay, so we got some friends here. Yeah, if I specifically target an enemy, like one of the little walker guys, I won't shoot the floor as much. But if I'm just like running around shooting, pretty much my guns will always just shoot the floor. I'm hoping we get like a major patch or two just to kind of solve some of these issues. I know I'm overheating. It just doesn't matter. The overheat damage is not that bad. Ooh, enhanced homing. We need that. The other thing I notice is if I'm actively using my, like, twin sticks, I'm more likely to hit. With my guns. I also feels like I'm getting way more enemy bots at this point. Like, I've been doing some just basic farming runs. And, like, I don't think I ran into a whole lot of mechs just kind of out and about. It's not really a problem. Okay, still overheating. Yeah, the problem is also mech parts are getting in my way of taking out the little guys. Unless I'm using a sword, at which point it's not a problem. Yeah, hopefully we can get some more chips related to cooling down, as that's going to be extremely handy. Because unfortunately the beam weapons use a lot more energy, and also overheat faster. Oh, yeah, there's some enemies around here. So somebody was saying, check the map more. You missed a lot of books on the previous video. I'm gonna try, but I don't want to spend forever searching for hidden little bits. My main goal is to win a run. Yeah, so what does that guy have? Different torso, but I don't think the torso has special effects. So it's... I don't care as much. Because some of those blueprints I will just get on my own. Let's just eat a rice ball. Is that a second enhanced homing? Yes! I don't know what determines exactly how this game handles... I don't know what determines how it handles, like RNG and weapon drops and item drops and whatnot. But I can go multiple runs without seeing certain chips. And then other runs, I'm going to get like 7 of them. I'm sure it's just probably rolling the dice super hard. But you never know. But I absolutely adore this kind of build system. It's a good way of handling roguelike design, in my opinion. Where you have all of these things that players, want to collect. And it almost kind of becomes more about farming runs than most other things. I don't know. I find it charming. Okay. This is why I have been investing in faster bullets. Because unfortunately I aim at where the... Oh. Gotta disassemble that. I end up aiming at where the enemy currently is, not where they're going to be in like 3 seconds. Which is a little tricky, hence why I wanted to go for the enhanced homing. I can also just beat him up with my sword, which actually does work quite well. At least at this stage. Later on, it's trickier. Because unfortunately, this game has like a really hefty, like flinch mechanic that when you take a hit, your character will kind of stutter. Okay, yeah, I haven't tried this sword. It's got big, wide sweeps, but I don't know if I care too much. Oh, cool. Caution warns me if I've got homing missiles coming my direction. That's actually extremely appreciated. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop out of my mech for a bit. I don't know, I'm kind of indifferent one way or another to which character I'm using. I find the mech tends to be a little bit easier. But sometimes it's nice to get out, especially if, like, my weapons are overheated, or if I'm fighting a bunch of, like, kind of inconvenient enemies. Though, I have so much healing that I can kind of just let my mech take overheat damage and generally not care. There we go. So many of them. The thing is, though, we actually do want this. The more enemies that spawn, the more chances I have for them to drop chips. Which is, well, chips and money. And almost all of this game is based around the idea of farming runs. Where we more or less want to just do as many runs as we can, fight as many enemies as we can, on a per-run basis to get as much stuff as we can. Both to try and survive a little bit longer, but then also to unlock it permanently so I can use it on subsequent runs. So unfortunately we don't have a garage on this level, so all of these parts that I could potentially save, I'd have to bring with into another region, and I don't want that. Because yeah, I'd have to give up my weapons. If there was some way for me to save them, and there might be, as like a mechanic, because I know on the assemble stage, like, when I'm starting a run, it gives me 2 slots. I just haven't figured out how to put anything in that second slot, so maybe there's some way to store weapons and I just haven't even noticed. Okay, so beam resistance and solid resistance we want. However, the one I want to stack the most... Oof. We want bullet homing. There we go. Okay, so now we have maximum speed bullets and homing. Yeah, stuff like enhanced lock-on could be kind of interesting. Same thing with quick computing. This mech, for example, has the ability to to lock on to enemies for like a homing shot and fires out those orbs. But I haven't actually used it that well. Now, I could hop down into the pit and go fight an area boss, but I actually don't want to do that. You can fight exactly 3 of the kind of mid-boss enemies before it forces you to go down, and considering I'm farming for as many chips as possible for both power and loot, we just want to Let's see. Yeah, my character still ends up just shooting the ground. That's tragic. Eventually, I'd like to see if I can get a torso that has a gun equipped, so I can have, like, maybe 2 weapons. But alas. Yeah, I might have to just... I don't know, like, I don't want to give up on the idea of using a gun. Because it is quite helpful. It's just one of those where there's probably better ones. There's a specific thing called pods that I want to really get if I'm lucky. They're autonomous weapons and will fight for me. And having some pods as like a weapon instead of one of my guns would be nice. Though I almost wonder if it's a thing associated with torso. With like a torso that I haven't found yet. Probably. God, it feels like this thing's overheating extremely fast. Anyway, let's just kind of cut through things. God, there's so many mechs. Not that I'm complaining, though. And nice part is, as soon as I'm out of combat, most of this overheat damage goes away, because it's only like 4 or 5 damage, compared to like 30, 40 from an enemy hit. I gotta make sure I'm disassembling these things as opposed to equipping a new part. I swear, there's so many more mech bits. Mechs and mech bits. I'm usually not this lucky. Now, if we get lucky, there's a garage? No, there's no garage on this floor either. I swear it does that kind of troll engine stuff of, hey, here's parts. You don't get to keep any of them. Not that I, like, care too much to unlock most of these. They're comparatively weaker. Who cares about overheating? You can see its health bar is not going down. And I think I'm just going to try and go for cooling, but then honestly go for overheat resistance. Because, yeah, if I can just have a mech that is just fully inoculated to heat damage, worth it? Okay, we want to be careful about fighting around gates. Because, not these gates, these are just where enemies come in. But, we want to be afraid of going through, like, an area transition. Because I'm trying to fight as many things as I can in each map before we go away. Because they drop money, they drop chips, they drop parts, sometimes, that we care about. So I think at this point I'm at least one act too early to care about parts. And my sword's been in perpetual overheat mode, and it really hasn't been an issue. I'm gonna wait for them to come out. If we go back a little bit... Yeah, notice how my energy is going down a little bit? Yeah, that was it healing. And we're back up to full health. So I think the real answer is I no longer care about overheating. I am now... This mech is just on fire. A quick reload is also very good on this weapon, as it shortens the delay between burst fire. On the full auto weapons, it actually doesn't really do much of anything. It's a little tragic. I picked the short blade because it has one of the best dash attacks in the game. I can do a little bit of a boost into a spin, and it covers a ton of distance and does a lot of damage. Can you all spawn just a little bit faster? There we go. See, I'd like to clear them all out, but they keep spawning in. There's another one. They're all coming up from the subway station, which is very funny. I love the idea of this, like, far future. Well, funny? I don't know, it's almost kind of heartening. This, like, hypothetical far future where, yeah, robots have taken over the world and put humans in perpetual cryosleep. But they still use the subway. I mean, it makes sense. Public transportation is great. Like, I like Shell's car, and it's nice being able to get around, but if I could live in a place where I could largely just take public transportation everywhere, I absolutely would. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have enough wide range. There he goes. Okay, I think that's everything. There might be more enemies, but good enough. Okay. Yeah, the one other thing I could actually keep an eye on is bullet step. Allows dealing damage to enemies by tackling them with a quick step. I'm actually going to pick that up. I've never seen that one before. But yeah, so I can spend extra to buy chips that I might not normally have. And I literally have never seen that one before, so sure. Okay, enhanced beam blade. Yeah, let's pick that one up. Oh, I guess I already had a bullet step. Let's go for the durability. Because the extended bullet flight is good, but eh. Okay, yeah, nothing else. I like this thing. It's kind of like a weird rotunda in the center of each district. There it is. And it always has one document. And no enemies. It's nice. I will admit, I am very much hitting that kind of stage in player progression where I really can just rip through most of the first... Well, pretty much the entirety of the first two acts without a single fear. Huh. Actually ran out of power there. It's unusual. Not that unusual. But still. Okay. Yeah, the problem is all the enemies are mostly still spawning from these gates. There's not much I can do here. Well, I can do this real quick. Boop. That puzzle's lights out. But some of them just come more or less pre-solved. Some of them are tricky and I don't want to deal with them. I will still say, I think I'm going to hold on to some kind of gun for dealing with enemies, especially bosses. Like, that's the big one. Bosses are very much weak to bullet, and melee is a little spooky to bring to bear against them. Ooh, auto-targeting. Gotta wait for my little bot friend to come out there, though. I think he will. Yeah, he's in the area. Because if I go stand over here, it'll skip over, and it's got a bigger pickup radius than I do. And it can walk through a gate without problems. There we go. Looks like it's just a handful of dudes left. Oh, no, never mind. More spawns. Okay, now I think we're good to go. I do actually have money for more chips, but I think I'll just wait. We should probably save up so I can buy parts the next time we get a garage. Oh, this one's new. Oh, I spot an unknown labor. My name is Anshar. This place is dangerous. Leave now. It's got shotgun fist. Thanks for the warning, I guess, but I'm not just going to say okay and turn back. I suppose it would be a good excuse to take Capri on a test flight. Very well, I will be your opponent. I love these mech designs. They're so nice. They look really good. They paint super well. Actually, very much say this would be a solid game. Maybe solid game for papercraft models. I think really just, if I were the devs, I'd just sell the, kind of like, non-functional 3D models as like a, hey, you can 3D print these yourself. Here's even like a basic guide on... I didn't get anything from it. Here's even a basic guide on like how to... Well, maybe not even basic guide. You could even like modify the 3D model a little bit so they have snap points. I don't know. I hope this game does well. I hope this does well enough that they actually do make more, because I think it's extremely cool and well made. And yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the idea of more mech games that actually do something. I don't want to say different. Like, I love Mech Warrior and Battletech, and I like Armored Core, but there's something about this that feels so much more what I want a lot of mecha stuff to be. Over the top, I guess. Oh, right, there was a book back here. The books are not marked on the map, by the way. Or at least not on the mini-map. Mech parts are marked on the map. But yeah, the books and blueprints are not. So you have to either spot them visually. I mean, maybe they're on the like, map. I'll check next time we spot one. Damn, there's a lot of dudes in here. There's freeze resistance. No. Well, whatever. I didn't know it was that close to that. It's okay. We'd pretty much seen everything. Yeah, at some point I should maybe look into messing around with cannons. I've unlocked a couple. Nope. Unfortunately, I've got a bunch of chips that make it so that I move further when attacking in melee. Like, I will do a charge attack towards the nearest enemy. And it's extremely easy for that to take me places I do not want to go. We don't want slow bullets, but I can sell those. Arms alert. Yeah, a number of these parts are actively not helpful to me. Some are even kind of worthless. Like, slower bullets, I do not actually understand on a functional level what the point of that would be. I think we do have a garage on this map, so I can potentially grab something. I'm at 7,000, so I might actually be able to get a couple of blueprints here, if I'm lucky. Well, that's a bunch of enemies. Yeah, let me double check. Yep, no, books are not marked on the map either. Whoop. Lance blueprint. I wonder if I pick up all the lore, the usual book points become purely blueprints. Okay, gotta be careful. Don't want to preemptively leave this zone. I've already got a decent amount of stuff from it, but it still would not do to depart early. Disassemble that. Let's fix these camera angles. I should have checked the controls the last time I played this. I don't think I figured out how to actually rotate the camera until kind of the end of the video. I feel a little silly about that. It was fine. We did well. Oh wait, this is not an exit point, so I can fight over here as much as I want. I think this is one of the few games I can think of that really nails the feeling of like, watching Gundam. Like, watching Gundam, they're just ripping through the, like, basic mobile suits. And I think this is one of the only games I can think of that really pulls that vibe off. More enhanced homing, stored charge. Yeah, I do have my homing shots. The problem is they come off of my back. And they don't come back down. Okay. Buddies came over and picked everything up. Okay, there's still more enemies. It feels like the spawn rates are much more aggressive. Or maybe not aggressive, but the numbers of enemies have scaled up dramatically from my first couple of runs to this one. But I could be wrong. Oh, there was a mech back there. I've actually taken some damage. Weird. Okay, I've already got that one. Snag this. I'm just gonna piecemeal pick up a number of these parts. I still think I want chips more than anything else, but I might as well analyze some of the most basic weaponry. Maybe? I don't know. I think the best thing for me to do is largely ignore most mech bits. I mean, that's a cannon. Is it a cannon? I don't know. This part's a little bit more dubious, because it's like, yeah, I could get all these blueprints, but how many chips could I have bought for just those two parts that I just picked up? And I think that's kind of where I struggle with getting a lot of mech parts, is that, like, the chips last, the chips are always good. Oh, I killed the dude straight out of the mech. Yeah, the chips are always good no matter what I'm using, but the mech bits are only useful if it's... What am I getting hit by? No idea, I'm back up to full health. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there are 2 puzzle chambers, so I might as well go check that. Because, yeah, we have these... Oh. Nope, that's not it. Probably something like this. There we go. These puzzle chambers are kind of basic. They don't actually offer that much currency. The main one is they give 1 to 2 rice balls, which we want because that maxes out our character's health. What? Oh. Oh. Ew. Ooh. I don't like sliding block puzzles. The rice balls are nice, but I don't care that much. I'm sure it's easy, and I'm sure some of you looked at that and was like, oh, that's how you do it. But like, I'm fine. I like the fact that there are puzzles, though. I think that's kind of a nice change of pace of like, hey, you know, quick side thing, take a bit of a breather. Go get rice balls and a bit of currency. I think I would care more if they gave rare chips or something like that. But I'm kind of glad that they don't. That's a very solid looking mech. I like the head, even if it has no special ability. Oh. Headgear that can be equipped with 4 held weapons detected. Well. Yeah, I like the previous thing. That homing ability is nice, but being able to carry 4 weapons is huge. Because this means I can carry around just a second melee weapon. Two guns, homing weapons, like, you name it, that flexibility is big. Better than just having a special extra weapon, unless that special extra weapon is very good. Because, yeah, now I've got a spear. And a lance. I don't actually care for either of these, necessarily. But it's nice to have alternate weapons. Oh, and that switch is so clean. And see, now I have a vested interest in potentially having more weapon blueprints. I don't know if I can multi-equip the same weapon in this circumstance. Okay, well, we do have a garage, right? Yeah. Okay, credit where credit is due. Spear's got a good... Or spear was... That was the lance. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about this spear is this move. It's really awkward and hard to work with. But, yeah, I wanna hold on to this torso so much. Let's see, headgear. Wait, oh. We already had the blueprint for it. Well, I feel foolish. And who knows, we might find other headgear, something else that it looks interesting. But not at the moment. Alright. Let's just continue on. Alright. I think this is the final version. I shall defeat you and wear my victory with pride. I shall fight until I succeed. Yeah, so it actually seems like a number of these are characters that... Let's see, a number of these are characters that have dual weapons instead. I was wondering, because yeah, it seemed like a number of the torsos had odd stuff. Oh, there he goes. And yeah, it looks like he had the same torso that I do. Okay. Get this. There's a book in the corner. Another spear-type weapon. Yeah, so I cannot leave, so now it's going to force me to go down a layer. But that's fine, because I've gotten, like, an insane amount of stuff here. I think the big one is we want to find a different left-handed weapon. If possible. Tenacious Slash. Grab those. It's a lance. And whatever left weapon he had, killed him too hard in the wrong spot. That's okay. And like, realistically, I'm probably going to want to go for... let's see. I'm probably going to want to go for, like, swords more than anything else for my left weapons. Or left and right weapons, considering that's what I've been speccing into this entire time. But I'll take whatever. The sword spin is just too good. Okay. Nothing else? Yeah, the other alternative would be, like, a melee weapon set and a gun set. Okay, let's swap. This has got a chain gun. There we go. So at least we've got two different gun setups. I guess that one's still a little damaged. Oh well. I'll heal it later. Commencing attack. Please get sucked into our attack. No. Oh, he's weak to beam damage. I think I might be overpowered. There's a Light Master. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. That's very much part of this game's general appeal of finding new stuff you haven't seen before. Okay. We've got car legs. They might be interesting to mess with. But I don't know. Okay. This is so much easier without having to worry about the ricochet killing me. There's also some, like, weird torsos I haven't seen before. Ooh. That's a drill. I actually do like this left weapon. I think it was my machine gun that I used in the previous video. We're mostly looking for... I don't know, actually. I don't know what we're looking for at this point. Maybe alternate right weapons? Oh, there's a book. There we go. Keep grabbing those. Anything else? I guess while we wait for enemies to spawn in further, let's do puzzle. Yeah, the one trick on this one is I cannot leave the bounds of the dark tiles. But if I touch any of those kind of rounded squares, it resets the whole thing. Mostly isn't a problem. Mostly. Need that rice ball, get my HP up. I was really hoping you guys would spawn in more. Violet blade. Yo? Buddy? Damn it. Wait, he spotted it. Yeah, we keep finding new chips I've never seen before. And I'm very excited about that. Just, I don't know, there's that feeling of constant discovery. I'm sure eventually we're going to see all of them. But, at least at the moment, I will absolutely just take everything and anything I possibly can. There we go. Well, that worked out. Yeah, the sword is just so good at seeing like a full street and just sweeping it. And yeah, this gun's actually better than I remember it being, so I might actually want to switch back to it. I was using the burst gun because it felt like it was a little bit more accurate. But that might not be the case anymore. God, switching weapons is just so clean. Just, they go down, and new weapons are up. Arms repair, yes. Yeah, I want to stack that as much as possible. It really cuts down on my downtime. I don't think you can ever get it so that it does arms repair. Like, it will never do arms repair live. Well, I'm in the middle of combat, but at the very least it means that after every region I can just pause for a bit and heal. Or if I get lucky and there's just kind of a lull in the fighting, the enemies are elsewhere, that also gives me the opportunity to heal. And eventually I'm probably going to hit the point where I'm like, I no longer care too deeply about cannon? Ooh. Yeah, cannon of some variety. I might want to look into this one. Considering I've got the machine gun on the other arm, I no longer have to constrain myself to just the weapons I brought with me. Because yeah, I can even use this machine gun to rip through a lot of these guys. Gale Wave. That's a new one. Oh, let's grab a rice ball. Not that my character is taking too much damage. Yeah, let's grab the saw. Ooh, it's an electro saw. I don't think the electro saw is that good. It does have a nice sweep attack, though. And it multi-hits things. So there's benefits. Yeah, auto pods. If we can find a torso or other thing that gives me pod weapons. I'm going out of my way for that. Okay, so this fires multiple homing... Ooh. Okay. So far, so good. I think the only immediate problem with it is its damage isn't amazing. But I can roll with something whose damage isn't amazing, because so much of that is scaled based off of the leveling system. Yeah, the problem is getting it up there is tricky. Okay, we don't have to worry about going through this gate. I wish I'd had to press the, like, confirm button to be able to go through a new zone. Just so I don't have to worry about fighting near the other gates. Yeah, it's got big explosions, good homing. Yeah, so if I can get this thing to actually do a decent amount of damage, it could do genuinely very good things to foes. Oh, did we lose a weapon? Oh. I must have lost the drill. Well, here's my burst gun, again, just on the other arm. I'll take this. We'll just do double gun. At least for now. Let's see. Do we want to do light puzzle? Sure. Just get this out of the way. I could be wrong, but I think this is actually one of those that is solvable with just one type of mirror. Nope, I'm wrong. There we go. Give me that rice ball. Anybody else here? Yeah, there was a guy. Still think I should find a different right weapon with this one. Not one of those. I hate those. Well, I think this is the lance I was rolling around with earlier. I might as well. Okay, do we want to go visit the chip shop? Probably. I do want to go to a garage. But there's still a couple of these things that I do want to max out. And C, predictive shooting. Oh, we've been needing that this entire time. Pulverize. Damage dealt by break hits. Lightmaster. Increases damage dealt by beam attacks. That's extremely good. Persistent focus. I can work with that. Let's enhance beam shots further. Violet blade. Electric effect to solid blades. Alas. And let's see, Gale Wave. Shockwave with every quick step. Interesting. We're gonna max that out. Because the more of these I can max out, the better. Let's see, speed walking's kind of nice. Prevent being knocked back when taking damage. Gravity resistance is very good. Those are good. What about these, though? Increases energy recharge rate, constantly produces heat. Ah. Always be recharging energy in proportion to combo count. Ooh. Strong cooling and arms repair. Let's see. Chance to reduce damage taken 1? Yeah, let's go for that. I'll grab shockwave resistance. Yeah, I want to buy these other weapon blueprints, but, you know, I don't care that deeply. Hopefully I got that chip. Rematch. I'm not going to lose this time. Got a big old thunder hammer. And drill knees. I do wonder if some of these, like, weapon types actually have unique effects. Worth keeping an eye on. Oh, she's one of the people with the thunder chests. That is one of the weapons I do want to grab, though. Because that beam is extremely effective. Unfortunately, I only get, like, a blueprint from her every once in a while. Yeah, this just doesn't do that much damage. I guess I haven't exactly been investing any of my points or abilities into it. So I think we'll just save the blueprint and I'll use it on a different run, as opposed to trying to make it work now, when it is at its absolute least useful. More rice ball mastery. Yeah, like, the parts are nice, but the chips are where the damage and my capabilities really come from. Alright, snag this. Grab Dancer. I've got a chainsaw weapon. Okay, so this is one of the bigger, heavier weapons. Actually, its damage is insanely good. I have taken some damage here, so I'm going to have to take a moment to heal, but we can do that later. Okay, right weapon is an axe. We do get more fast bullets, but we might already be capped on that. Yeah, I was hoping to get some more wide range here, but alas. Have not seen any more that increases my slash range yet. I'm sure we'll get access to it. Okay, and I'm pretty sure this machine gun is also a beam weapon. Okay, bullet step. Oh, right, I forgot. I do damage just by dashing. How much? Enough to kill some of the basic guys, yeah. Okay. Gravity resistance, there's horde, there's a couple of things. Just trying to decide if there's another weapon I want to, like, swap in here. Because I think I'd like to get another gun on this arm. Or, yeah, because I want to be able to alternate between, like, guns and melee. Just kind of depending on what the need is. I think it's mostly just trash mobs. Kind of endlessly spawning. Oh, there's a book. Okay. Let's see. Because, yeah, this is the left weapon. But I like this heavy sword, actually. Yeah, so we're looking, I guess, for a right weapon. A ranged right weapon. Okay. Yeah, I'm not finding much for ships at this point. I guess it's still current. Nope, never mind. Rice Ball Researcher is extremely good. Let's see. What if I can actually mess with my parts from here? I think I absolutely can. Let's see. No, it's not that. Status? Oh. Onboard arms. No, that's not it. Well, I mean, it sort of is. With the tornado resistance. Anybody else? No. So let's hop off, disassemble, ride. Gear, we want to do these two. Swap. There we go. So this is kind of just my B-tier weapons for the time being. Wonder if there's an easier way to mix and match those. So at the very least, let's go back over to this, and let's see if I can keep this giant beam cleaver. Oh, this is chips. Well, there's one or two chips that I haven't seen, right? No. But we do want burn resistance, no matter what. Gravity resistance also. Just because there's a number of abilities that actively make gravity resistance extremely useful. Okay. Garage is over here. I still got 5,000 chips. That should be enough. I'm so glad that I can just walk through the door in my giant mech. We don't want to repair anything. We want to just analyze this. Okay, so it's not actually a good weapon. That is fine. I don't care that deeply. As long as it gets the job done. I'll have to see if there's other good weapons that I can work with. Part of the reason why I like the short sword is just because it's extremely mobile and has very good AoE. Yeah, the overheat is only 2 damage now, so each of those burn resistance upgrades is... maybe I shouldn't be fighting things there if I'm looking for parts. Because yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to half of them. There we go. But each of those burn resistance chips reduces the burn damage I take by 1, which makes me wonder what happens if I get, say, 5 chips. Maybe there's diminishing returns that just doesn't kick in till later? I don't know. Either way, two damage a tick from burning, not a problem. I don't know if I care too deeply about hammer. Let's see. I think this is just a gun situation. Oh, there's a mech coming out of that, though. I think we'll just leave that for a bit. Oh, there's a book. Okay, another hammer-type weapon. Yeah, the more blueprints we can get, the more starting options I have. And then eventually we just don't even have to worry about picking things up. We've just got it all. I think you can also level up parts, but I've never confirmed that exactly. It just seemed like there was a meter. Alright, next chip shop. I should also make sure to sell a couple of these. Stuff like slow bullets, I'm not actually forced to wield or have on me. So I can just sell those. Giant physical axe. Yeah, that area back there is kind of a weird fresh hell that they just keep spawning out of. Okay, anything else? It's a left weapon. Unfortunately, we're looking for a better right weapon. All there is currently is a physical axe, and I currently don't have many levels in that, and I also don't have any chips in that, because I specifically disabled them. Okay, good enough. I will admit this second region is probably my least favorite of the ones I've encountered so far. The third one is hell, just because of the amount of enemies fighting. But let's see. This one just has, like, the bridges, the like, little canal area is so beautiful, but it's really hard to fight things around these, like, gaps. Because my mech does not aim down very well. Let's see. That's another left thing, but it's the saw blade again. Oh, more arms repair. Yes. But we want to max that one out, potentially. Though I don't know if we need to. I think only a couple points in it is necessary before it becomes overkill. Right, I was going to spend some time to heal at some point. There's so much going on. It is very silly. Yeah, that prediction chip is probably going to make ranged combat viable again. God, look at all these parts. I really wish I could actually, like, mulch the ones I don't want. Okay. So I have a right weapon lance over here. But I already have one of those. Yeah, I guess I should probably use these other weapons. Ooh. Oh, that's a hammer. What is this thing? Oh, is this gun again? Sure. Okay. I'll probably just stick to this for the time being. That just gives a booster. Yeah, that was like half the level. We have this whole zone too. Hopefully there's going to be less spawns out this direction, but you never know. I know, credit where credit is due, the big heavy sword also has extremely good group clearing potential. This is a little slower. Okay. Also has a vertical chop I'm not as much of a fan of. Alright. I was kind of hoping each level would have like a certain amount of spawns that it wouldn't go past. It keeps going. And like I don't want to stop because this is big currency and upgrades. Because yeah, I'm up to what, 20,000? Yeah, 20,000 bits, and I mean I keep getting really good chips here, so we're kind of just like in this perpetual state of farming. Game reminds me heavily of Dynasty Warriors now that I'm thinking about it. Decisiveness, that's a new one. Now, there was a mecha with 2 guns that was coming out of here, but I guess not. Also, yeah, wow, that predictive chip has made it so that guns are viable against the little guys. And just most enemies. Because I was using sword for the longest time just because I couldn't hit anything. It is so fascinating playing this, because there's that feeling of like, oh, you know, this is a dumb design decision. Why did they do that? This could be better. No, it's not a design thing. It's specifically a build deficiency that you have to find a piece of equipment to solve. I think that's very cool. Okay. Do we have anything else here? Gunhead. Nope. I think we're good to go. Oh. And it's the Rotunda. Still varies on where this blueprint is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a lot of dialogue that I will admit I'm kind of just skipping past. There's so much of it. There's so many elements of just like world building, actually. I think it's extremely cool, and like credit where credit is due. They put a lot of effort into this, way more than I thought. Okay, so that predictive thing isn't as good as I'd like it to be. But I also only have one of the chips. So I got to assume more chips means better accuracy at, like, aiming at a thing. And where it's going. Because, yeah, if this is another game, I'd lead my shots myself. But since this is a kind of top-down, third-person shooter dealio, not the most practical to be able to lead my shots. I can do it, but not easily. Okay. I think we're very quickly... are we? Are we actually very quickly? I don't think so. I was going to say we're very quickly hitting the point where I should probably go down a layer. And the answer is... no. I'm still finding extremely good chips on these runs. And so, like, sure, I could go back. What is that? Oh, it's an axe. Right, I can fight around here freely. As long as I'm fine not getting any potential mecha parts near the door. Reminded when I was younger, I played an amount of Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem. And one of the strategies I picked up upon that was actually extremely foolish was I would stick my characters on staircases and gateways to prevent enemies from getting in. Turns out, preventing enemies from getting in also meant that we weren't getting any experience from them, so I ended up, like, just completely beefing it towards the end of the game. I'd also very much relied on, I'd also relied on a lot of the, like, pre-evolved characters, pre-promoted characters. And that was also causing some issues because, you know, whoops. They didn't have as good of stats as a character that you raise from, like, start to finish. And so relying on them actually screwed me over. Oops. And a top-down camera view is real awkward. I want nothing to do with it. Okay. This is, so many enemies. I think I do wish that they'd spawn a little faster, or at least they'd sprint out the door. So I don't have to sit there fighting them. Currently, they just mosey in, and it's slightly annoying. Because that means I can't fight them where they're spawning in. I have to wait until they've come out. And part of it is I can also just leave the area and go do other things. Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna work. There we go. At least they spawn while I'm doing puzzles. Okay, hop back in this, and now that I've done that, the whole puzzle zone is a valid fight zone as well. Right, and I probably should use my other weapons. I get extra chip slots to bring with me on runs based on leveling all of the OS upgrades. Dual gun mastery. That might mean I can shoot two guns simultaneously on the mech, which actually would be extremely good. Let's analyze some chips. Okay, let's start with this. Lower air resistance, fire bullet, dual gun mastery. Huh. Increases damage dealt when wielding ranged weapons in both hands. Multiple target weapons always fire all bullets regardless of lock-on count and plunder. Enemies drop D-chips when you crit. Oh, those are good. Okay, decisiveness. Slightly repairs labor upon landing a crit on an enemy with a broken shield. I could pull that one off. But that's okay. Let's see, situation analysis. Information on enemies within search range is always displayed. Huh. Okay. What else we grab? We definitely want adamant. And horde. Both of those are extremely good. Recharges energy upon defeating an enemy labor. Lowers base energy recharge rate. That should be fine. Improves cooling, lowers charge rate. Increases damage dealt by slash attacks. Reduces max labor HP. I can work with that. Okay. So we are looking for homing. Nope, already maxed that out. Air cooling, I mean, isn't that good. And yeah, I think we're almost out of chips. But, I mean, all things considered, we are unlocking a silly amount of things. Okay, let's just get out of here. Alright, not a boss wave yet. Next one's gotta be it then. Wait, is that another level of predictive shooting? Yo. Because yeah, if I can stack a bunch of that and we do the dual wield, I could try and go for a really aggressive like dual gun machine gun build and actually have it do something. Because the guns are extremely good. Fight another day. Probably makes it so I run away faster. Prismatic. I keep assuming I've seen most of the chips and most of what this game has to offer. It is constantly throwing new ones at me. And I find that extremely impressive. Yeah, the sword's probably still the best thing I've got if I want to take out, like, a group of enemies. Okay. Oh, there's a connoisseur back here, where we have to wait for Bud to get up. Is he coming? Okay, yeah. There he is. Come on, little guy. Work your magic. Oh, wow. Pickup radius is extremely good. Okay, so this is going to be right weapon. Oh. No, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. I'll have to look into other potential weapons, but since this boosts... Yeah, it looks like it can only use one gun simultaneously. I was really hoping I'd be able to fire both, considering my... At this point, my energy absolutely can sustain that kind of gameplay. Holy shit, predictive fire is extremely good. Because, yeah, I was having the hardest time hitting anybody. But, yeah, between predictive firing and the extra homing, just... freaking got aim hacks now. Well, I no longer have to complain about this character. Or not this character, this region. All I have to do is just let loose the gun. Okay. There we go. Yeah, overheating. You think that will stop me? I care nothing for being hot. Overheat damage of 2. It's... be fascinating if going above a certain level would actually make you heal. But that wouldn't make any sense. Okay. Yeah, I should probably be using my heavy weapon more. Because it's considered a different skill. My main thing is I could also just buy those levels with chips. And not slow myself down. Which I think is going to be my plan. That's a left weapon. Eh. Hold step. Anything else? No. Just camp the door, wreck everything that comes out. Including Drill Guy. And so many other enemies. Cripes. What do we have over here? I guess part of it is I should probably just alternate my weapons. Because the burst fire gun is just as good. And I can easily just use both of them. The thing is, since I don't actually care about... Oh, leave to me. That's a new one. Since I don't actually care about overheat damage, does it matter what weapon I'm using? No. It very much does not. Okay. Arms alert. I'm pretty sure arms alert just lets me know when missiles are being locked down on me. Which is still good. I just don't care about that too deeply. Maybe I should. Yeah, the problem is, like, I keep having this crisis of faith of, like, do I go back at this point or not? Let's see, what is this one? Oh, haven't used this before. Also, there's a book down here. Oh, this is a physical gun. This is beam. Let's stick to beams for the time being. Yeah, like, how... Oh my god, how many enemies are there? I keep wanting to potentially get out of here so I can move on to the next zone, but they keep spawning more at me, and it feels weird to leave. Okay, now it feels like we're kind of reaching the end here. Where have you guys come from? They coming from where? No. Okay, now it looks like we're good to go. Now this is the boss level, and I think I'm stuck. Alright. To think we would meet again. I want a number of this guy's parts. I think he's got homing missile launcher shoulders as well. Oh, this is a really bad level for it. No? We don't have to go down a tier if we don't want to. So that means we've got one more mid-boss. Unless I just fall down right here. Could happen. I know there's some parts that I'm going to lose in the process here. Is that wider bullet? Okay, one way or another, I do actually really like this level, especially now that shooting works. Oops, I encountered someone I have to beat before I could give settle things with Siva. They're so full of energy, I'm almost jealous. Huh. Didn't realize that guy was supposed to be older. They're also robots. I mean, I guess maybe they're just an older model, and that's the implication here. Okay. Yeah, look at all these guys just spawning. Ready and waiting for me. because we didn't lose that axe after all. Okay, I'm just gonna cycle sides here, just periodically say. Okay, get the chip. Let's see, Bud should be able to go pick them up momentarily. There they go. I don't think that's a beam weapon. I think that's physical. It looks like we're maybe almost at the end of this. It would be nice if there was at least a, like, hey, there's only so many reinforcements left kind of meter. But yeah, we want stuff like enhanced lock-on and the quick lock-on. Just for when I decide to go for like a lock-on build. Being able to quickly lock on to a bunch of things simultaneously is going to be extremely helpful. Okay. I think we're good. There's like 2 enemies left. There we go. Yeah, so the one tricky part is, how long do I want to spend on each of these levels? Because obviously, the more chips I get, the better. Yeah, this is a sword situation. I'll have to look into dual wielding. Like, there's got to be some way that I can use both weapons simultaneously, because that'll open things up a bunch, maybe. The big one is also the more chips I get and the more chips I specifically save, the less I have to analyze on future runs, because I just don't need to think about them. I was hoping that once you've obtained like all of a chip, more would not drop. I don't know if that's the case though. I'm also not sure if you can stack beyond a certain level. Because I think I've got maxed quick shot, and I wonder if you can keep stacking more. There we go. Guy just tries to sneak up from behind. Does not work. No. Almost ran out of energy there. But not really. Now I've got a bunch of upgrades. Oh, right, because we get extra D chips for, like, critical hits and whatnot. That's why we're making so much cash. I was like, I feel like I'm significantly wealthier than any other run I've rolled for this. And the answer is, yeah, it's because crits give me chips, and probably enemies give me more chips. I think that's what the plunder chip does. Yeah, other developers take note, this is how you can do build variety. Admittedly, maybe it suffers a little bit from having too much. Too much, but then also not enough. A lot of them don't do anything particularly fancy. But maybe they don't need to. That's another homing missile launcher kind of deal. Lower air resistance. I'm curious about. I wonder if that means I go faster in the air. If we don't absolutely rock the next floor, I'm going to be shocked. Oh. Thrusting tornado. We might as well wait until Bud gets here. Because I don't want to miss that one. That makes drills and lances exceptionally good. Odd. Grab, thank. Okay, we done? Well, except for this spawn group. now we are done. So I think these guys spawned in. There might be more, but I don't think it's worth going out of my way to, like, clear out the last couple. Okay, analyze. So anything new? Oh, lower air resistance just increases movement speed. Quick steps have the chance of reflecting enemy shots. That's extremely good. Shockwave with every step. Shockwave when charge is complete. I don't do solid bullets, unfortunately, but that's okay. What's this one do? Oh, attacks just have a chance to become crits. Oh. It's prismatic. Amplifies the effect of body color on defense value. What does that mean? Berserker increases damage dealt and damage taken. Eesh. When piloting arms, reduce damage taken by arms. Increases damage taken by labor. Increase recharge rate, more remaining HP you have. Alright. These are the ones I want to go for, I think. No, actually, we're kind of maxed out. We want stuff like Tenacious, because that makes it so I don't get flinched. Flinching is real annoying. Okay, increases suction force of ranged weapon bullets. What is that? Oh, certain weapons have that. Okay. Let's do enhanced beam shots, because I'm using that the most. And we can start working on lock-on, because that's going to help other builds. Yeah, the more of these that I analyze and bank, the better everything is going to be for me. Oh, a bunch of guys showed up to hang out there mostly. I think I'll take these guys out, but then probably not go back and look around. Like, there's enough enemies here. Ooh. Damn it. Look at all that stuff. I was like, yeah, we don't need consecutive waves. What does that mean? Bud, I'm gonna need you to go get that. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, we're gonna go back to the chip shop because I have not seen consecutive waves before, I don't think. And we're looking for anything that adds, like, weird spice. Shockwaves have a chance to cause another shockwave on hit. Okay, it feels like there's a very silly build out here, where you just spec as many shockwaves as you can possibly get. This is just freaking gnarly. Okay, let's just chill for a second. I mean, easy enough for me to use the sword. Oh, I'm slightly in the air. It is the one long-lasting tricky bit to using the sword here. Is that if you're in the area, you do have a down attack. But it's hard to pull off. There we go. I will admit, I'm glad that they decided to just have this be man versus machine. Or I guess technically machine versus machine. I think this, like, weirdly enough with Dynasty Warriors, is kind of one of those where, like, well, at least everybody signed up for this. This just kind of feels like Grand Theft Auto when you're really on a bender. Like, most of these enemies aren't even running for me. They're walking around, going about their kind of sort of daily lives. And all of a sudden, I just come in and extinction everything in the general vicinity for loot and profit. And, like, it's a video game, I get it. That's kind of baked in. But it feels weird. Okay. We'll wait until more have spawned. Because I can stay in one spot, but that's not the most practical. Yeah, because they're all just hanging out. Like, you could put out some cafe tables, and this would be, extremely dark. I mean, at least they're all armed. Also, that is a honking axe. Unfortunately, I don't like the axes that much. They do a decent chunk of damage. But good luck hitting with them. Whereas I know if you have the right stuff, the hammer can be extremely good. Okay. Anything else? No, I think this area has been pretty heavily maxed out. Is there more stuff I could get? Always. But yeah, let's just pop in here. How much money have I picked up in one zone? 8,000. That's really good. Let's see. Change of heart. Recharges energy upon landing a crit. Oh, that's dummy good. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to invest into speed walking. Some of the basic chips are really good, and they're so cheap. Where is this guy? Oh, he is fully... I think he might actually be one of the only robots that will ever survive my, my appearance in a zone. Okay, boss time. Yeah. And this should be the end of it. I really want this guy's parts. I really liked that starting torso. Though, it's kind of dropped off in terms of usefulness. Probably switch to sword for this one. There's just too many enemies. And he's going to be shooting at me, but he's all physical bullets and they're pretty slow. Did I already wreck him? I did. Most of the enemies are pretty dodgy and quick, but maybe I just do a shit ton of damage. I started today doing thousands, or like 8,000 if even. A couple hundred, 1,000. Now I'm doing 4,000. Okay, we got his head. His head, a head from him. It would be darker if they weren't robots. Man, these developers should make a Metabots game. Somebody should make a Metabot successor. Ooh. Right weapon. Yeah, so I still can only use... I still can only use the right or left. But this way I can do both machine guns simultaneously. And if we ever get an upgrade that lets me fire both simultaneously while driving around, oh gosh. That's going to get so good. Oh, this is actually a shotgun hand. Because that's the machine gun. Yeah, this is a shotgun. I'm not complaining. We haven't used a shotgun, but it does, like... Ooh, that was a whistle. We haven't used a shotgun, but it does good damage. Oh, right. I should probably eat every rice ball I can. I don't know if they carry over between screens. I certainly wouldn't expect them to. But yeah, leveling up shotgun. Oh, there's a book. Gravity cannon. Um, there we go. Yeah, the shotgun isn't as good in other predictive shooting. We need to survive. Wait. Is that a chip shop? No. We have a garage, which actually is what I need. Because now I can save both gun arms. Okay, analyze. Cripes, that gun is expensive. Well, means it's good. Alright, is this it? Looks like it. What is this one? Oh, it's a tank head. Is Bud coming? Yeah, he is. We just gotta wait. There we go. Okay. Moment of truth. Well, I mean, I guess first we have to get past the boss. Oh, it's the spider again. But he got guns. That's okay. I can work with that. And by work with that, I mean absolutely demolish him. Bye. Oh, no, I see. We destroyed the back half. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that was a multi-target boss. Okay, I'm not going to be able to hit that guy with a shotgun. Fatality. If they overheat, they go into super crit mode, and it is extremely... it does horrible things. Shooting them does horrible things to them. Okay, so far so good. Don't want to spend any of my chips. Yeah, moment of truth. Let's see how we do against the endless melee. See if I can find a spot that is safe. I think this is hell. Can I check? There is no safe spots here. I guess the safest spot is maybe up above? I think we have a winner. I'm now strong enough that I can actually kill these guys. Previously, they had enough damage resistance that they could just disregard. And I was finding myself, like, incapable of killing them. And, look at me now. Problem is there's, like, no shops here. Yeah, I really want to get one of those beam things. But yeah, first I have to clear one of these levels. At least enough that I remain safe. Because what we don't want, if you notice, is my mech's taking a ton of damage here. We don't want to lose anything. And so I have to be kind of careful. Keep my distance. Okay, ow. There we go. And I could try and use this sword here. Please, sir. Because, yeah, my sword might actually be enough to take some of these guys out. At least we have a second... Oh. I'm in the air. That's why I can't hit that guy. Okay. Damn. It's another one. You know how enemies have just been clown carring this entire time? That means... they're gonna keep clown carring. And yeah, if I lose my torso... I mean, we might be able to get another one. You know what? Screw it. Did I just get insta-killed? Yeah, something hit me for 9,999 damage. I don't get it. Damn it, we had some really good chips right at the end there. Yeah, it's okay. There's still some other things that I can play around with that might help. Gravity cannons would be nice. Okay. Yeah, loads of lore. I like, if you really wanted to, you could go absolutely nutters here. Well, at least we have a hell of a lot of chips from that section. Yeah, we'd want to just go for as many low-hanging fruit levels as we possibly can get. Okay, so we've maxed out on light sword, so I actually should probably go into this without one. Even if it's not... yeah, I want to try Twin Blade with my mecha. Let's see, Machine Gun is also maxed out. I think we did... let's see, we did actually get the shotgun in the end. But yeah, each of these levels increases our overall capacity by 1. So we want to grab as many of those as we can. What do we invest into? Probably just arms programming for the time being. Just scaling its damage up. Okay, do we have anything else that I could buy? Charge programming. Sure. Okay, so that also gets us access to another character I could play as. I wonder if I can actually, like, duplicate something, maybe. Okay, so tank treads, smaller legs. I'm such a big fan of the spider legs, though. So I could actually just have a weapon. I think this is the one we want. Because this one has boosters for flight and stuff. Let's see, ascent, descent. Yeah, it says no data for a lot of this stuff. I guess this is for, like, weapons and other abilities. Okay, so yeah, we've got... that's considered a short blade? Huh. Oh no, it's just a regular sword. Okay, that's a beam lance. Cannon, shotgun. Let's see. What do we have? Because to some degree I want to use weapons that I haven't used before. So we could do a shotgun and a cannon. Yeah, 2 basic guns. I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, I might as well just bring it with. It's a good setup. Very strong. Ooh. Lock-on missile launcher. Let's see. Yeah, because we have the drill. I haven't tried that weapon yet. There we go. Try those 4. Okay, so quad arms. We can also paint this thing. What color do I want this one to be? Kind of an alt Wanderbot. This isn't bad. Yeah, do we want to have this just be extremely dark? Sure. Okay, and then these lights we might as well have go brighter. We don't have a visor. Joints. Yeah, this could be a bit faster. Vernier. Oh, is this the... Oh, it's the thrusters. Okay, and cylinder. Not sure, gonna make it dark. I don't think we have any cylinders. Maybe we do. Okay. Keep this dark? Yeah. Weapon 4. Oh, these missile pods. I'll probably keep it blue. Weapon 5. Yeah, the inner barrel. Then energy type. I mean, very much kind of keeping with the cyan. We could try for more of like a purple at some point. I do kind of like the orange. Yeah, let's go with the orange. It's a nice contrast. Okay, color tuning, change name. What is this one? This one is going to be Big O. Not that he's any bigger than the last one, but still. Alright, so it's a pretty good setup. I want to do another one. It feels like we're getting close to maybe being able to survive. I think the big thing I'm going to have to do is just a bunch of tweaking here. With like all of these chips to figure out which ones are good and which ones aren't. We especially want to turn off a lot of the like plus minus ones. Like, just not worth it, in my opinion. And that way, oh, I could have sold some chips earlier. It's fine. Anyway, I think I'm going to do another episode. I really enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun. And I want to get past that 3rd level. If I can do it, we are going to be in such a good position. It's just gonna take a little while. So, oh, discount on shop surfaces. That's kind of okay. I don't know, it's gonna take a while before we get anywhere, but once we get it, oh, we're gonna be in such a good spot. We're gonna be able to just rip through things. I think part of it is also I could start skipping the first couple of tiers. Those chips really do make a difference. And also, we're still farming for some very specific and extremely good abilities as well. Anyway, I guess thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.